Names fade, gods vanish. But some things, some stories, they don't die. They just change shape. This is one of those stories. It's me, LowKey, back at it with another banger of a story. Forgotten but remains. A prayer whispered into the void. A goddess who gives her last breath. A child caught between survival and something greater. You ready for this one? Join the movement, share your story, help shape the future. And if you want more of this, like, share, and subscribe.
Mama, where are you? I can't do this. Someone please, someone help me. She looks up at the sky, eyes welling up. Olnanna, if you are real, if Mama was right, please save me. Gunfire erupts. Aisha shrieks and runs, her book slipping from her grasp, forgotten on the broken pavement. War does not care for children. It does not hear their cries or see their small hands reaching for help. War devours, and it does not stop to taste. But there was a time when the world was different, when the first God walked among us, whispering power into those who had none, giving sovereignty to the voiceless. She was balance, she was change, and she was forgotten. The sound of heavy boots on pavement, gunfire in the distance. But even the forgotten can hear if the right voice calls. I have to keep moving, I have to keep moving. She stumbles over a broken cart, her knees slamming into jagged concrete. She bites back a cry, sucking in air through her teeth. Mama always said balance is in everything. If you fall, something lifts. If you break, something heals. If you cry, someone listens. Her tiny hands grip the edge of a burned doorway, pulling herself up. But no one is listening. No one is looking for me. No one sees me. A father dragging his crying son through the rubble. Father, frantic, shouting, come on, don't stop, don't look back. Child, sobbing, but Mama's still back there. Father, desperate, almost breaking. We have to go. She's gone, Habibi, she's gone. A woman helping an injured teenager, their voices overlapping as Aisha brushes past them unnoticed. Teenager, weak, coughing. I can't walk. Woman, stern, pulling him up. Then crawl, boy, or they'll kill us both. An old man sitting against a wall, his hand pressed to a fatal wound. His eyes are vacant, but he murmurs softly, his last words lost to the wind. Old man, whispering, a god's name on my tongue, but I cannot recall it. Aisha glances at him, then quickly looks away. She keeps running. Aisha's internal monologue. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to disappear. Please. She grips her hands together in one last whisper. Olnanna, are you real? Are you really real? Or was Mama wrong? She rounds a corner and skids to a stop. A blackened military vehicle blocks the alley. Her breath catches. The soldiers are close. Narration. Olnanna is the first, the one before all others. She is the light in the dark in the light. The hands that build and the hands that break. She is balance, change. She is power, but not the kind men hunger for. She is the kind that makes a seed grow in cracked earth. The kind that makes a broken spirit stand up and keep walking. She is the first, my little star, but she is forgotten. And a God without believers is like a fire with no wood. As the words fade, the camera lingers on Aisha, standing alone in the wreckage. The silence swallows her whole. Aisha's internal monologue, shaky, frantic, like a child struggling to hold on to her mother's lessons. Mama said balance is what keeps the world from falling apart. But everything is falling apart. There's no balance. There's no fairness. Just fire and running and people who don't see me. Maybe she was wrong. Maybe gods don't care anymore. Maybe they never did. A shadow moves overhead. A drone circles, scanning the ruins. Aisha gasps and ducks behind a crumbling wall. No, no, no. Please, no. I don't want to die. Please. Someone. Anyone. She presses her hands together like her mother once taught her, like she's done 100 times before. Her voice shakes. Olnanna, Mama said you listen when no one else does. She said you make things new. You change things. I need that now. I need to be strong like you. I need to hide to... A scream cuts through the air. Another bomb hits somewhere nearby. The shockwave slams her to the ground. She coughs, dust clogging her throat. She doesn't move for a long moment. Maybe you're gone too. Tears streak through the grime on her face. She forces herself up, running again. Behind her, the book slips from her fingers, its pages flipping in the wind before settling on a blank, forgotten prayer. Olnanna, please. I don't want to die. The room brightens suddenly. The air hums with unseen energy. Olnanna, my mother told me about you, the first god, the mother of all gods. She said you cared for the ones the world forgot, like me. Please, just don't let them find me. The prayer echoes, unanswered. Olnanna's narration, a voice like echoing time, weary but loving. I was here before the first stone was set, before the first fire was lit, before the first war was waged. I have watched empires rise and crumble, seen kings pray for power, seen the weak cry out for justice. I have lifted the broken, strengthened the weary, and I have listened, always listened. And yet, I have always waited for a moment worthy of my last breath, a soul in whom my name would live, even as I fade. Aisha's hands shake. She is whispering, pleading, Olnanna. A single tear slips down her face, catching the moonlight. The screen flickers, distorts slightly, like something unseen shifts reality itself. A child's voice, small but certain. A prayer lost in the ruin of war. A whisper in the dark. And I must answer, Olnanna says. As the soldiers raise their rifles, Aisha squeezes her eyes shut. And Olnanna says, for the last time. A shadow forms. A woman steps from the dust, her presence bending reality. Olnanna, the forgotten god, appears as an ancient yet stunningly wise figure. Her eyes glow like molten gold. Her silver hair sways unnaturally, and her voice is soft yet immeasurably powerful. Olnanna, you are the last one to call me child, and I am Faden. Aisha stares in shock, her breath hitching. Aisha, you're real? Olnanna kneels, cupping Aisha's cheek with an almost ghostly hand. Olnanna, I was once, but belief is power, and I have so little left. The door is kicked open. The soldiers rush in. They raise their rifles. Olnanna rises, lifting her hand, and for a moment, everything stops. The soldiers freeze, their bullets hanging midair. The building shifts, bricks and rubble twisting in impossible ways. Aisha is lifted into the air, glowing markings forming on her skin. Olnanna whispers an incantation. A massive golden explosion erupts from her, swallowing everything in a blinding light. Olnanna's final words, 40,000 years. I have held the world in balance. I have raised the forgotten and steadied the powerful. I have walked among mortals as their guardian, their guide, their silent witness. And now, I walk no more. Her hands, trembling yet steady, touch Aisha's cheeks. Aisha tries to hold on to her, but her fingers pass through like mist. All gods fade, All names are lost. Time erodes even the stars. But power, true power, is never in the gods. It is in the hands of those who dare to change, to break, to rebuild. Aisha stares, tears welling in her eyes, though she does not know why. You will forget me, little one. You must. It is the way of things. But listen to my last gift, my final whisper, before I am nothing. Olnanna kneels, pressing her forehead to Aisha's. The golden light swirls into Aisha's chest, unseen but eternal. Olnanna's body unravels further, fading, fragmenting. The world around them begins to settle, normalizing, grounding, returning. You are more than what this war has made you. You are more than the pain that shaped you. You are change. You are balance. You are the light that follows darkness. Aisha gasps as Olnanna's form fully disintegrates, her final words echoing in the empty space where she once stood. And you will rise. The golden glow vanishes, leaving Aisha alone in the ruins, safe, untouched, but feeling as though something is missing, something she will never remember. When the light fades, the room is empty. The soldiers are gone, the war distant. Aisha stands in the middle of a now untouched street, clean, as if war never touched it. She breathes heavily, eyes darting around. Aisha, confused, dazed. What just happened? Her mind fogs, her memories slipping like sand through her fingers. She feels empty, lost. She furrows her brow, trying to remember something, someone, but the name is gone. Narration, soft, echoing. And so, Olnanna, the first god, faded from existence. Her name, her essence, her love, gone from the world forever. Even from the heart of her last believer, the world does not stop for the forgotten. It does not mourn the loss of gods, nor does it remember the hands that held it steady. But something remains. A girl, small, yet unbroken. Lost, yet not without direction. Hollow, yet filled with something nameless, something new. Aisha glances at the ruins around her, at the empty streets. She is alone, but she is alive. She has no name for the warmth that still lingers in her heart. No words for the whisper that is no longer there. And yet, she walks forward. She takes a deep breath, straightens her back. Her stomach growls. Hunger, exhaustion, fear. But she keeps moving. Olnanna is gone. No one speaks her name. No one will ever know what was lost tonight. But in this child, something stirs. Not a god. Not yet. Not today. The camera pulls back. Aisha walking toward the unknown, the moon casting her shadow long behind her. A girl, a survivor, a beginning.
Why do I feel like I've lost something important? The world forgets its gods, but not their sacrifices. Even when the name is lost, the mark remains, carved into the hearts of those who once believed. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This your boy LowKey. Till next time.